Okay, so in this video I'm going to do 3b, which is where we're going to get someone to enter a float number, and then we're going to do various mathematical things to them. So I'll start with that. So let's get someone to enter a float number first. So we go here, I'm just going to delete the last one that I just did. So we get them to enter a float number. So I'm going to call it number equals float, input, enter your number. Okay, so that's step one. Notice we've got to use float because we're trying to convert it to a float. Because in Python, everything is a string that gets inputted. So then it says print out the square of that number. Okay, so 4 star 4. So we've got to print the square out. Nice and easy. Print the square of number is, and then I'm going to do number star 2, which is to the power of 2. That's how you do square. I could have done number times number, I know this, but I'm trying to stick to the literal wording. So, enter your number. Sometimes you see that used, by the way, as power of in other coding languages. So if you see that, that's what it means. So that would be the same as going number to the power of 2. But let's do 9, so we know that should be 81. Here we go, excellent. That's worked out fine. So, do low and then print out square root of that number. So you've got to use import math when you're using square root. So you need to put that and always put your imports at the top. And that just imports some more math functions. I'm going to steal this, the square root. I'm sure that's 2 words. Yeah. So math.squirt. So I'm going to copy that because I'm that lazy. Paste it there. Going to delete that. Put the bracket. So math.square root of number. So let's do 81 this time because then we know it's 9. There we go. Excellent. So we've done that one. Import math at the top, and we've managed to use math.square root to get the number. Last but not least, to find out if it's odd or even, we use mod 2. So, right. Now, modular. Okay, so modular gives the remainder. So let's say we type, so this, let's do some comments. So 9 mod 2 is equal to 1. Because if you divide 9 by 2, you get 4 remainder 1. It gives you the remainder of a division of that number. And so we can use that to work out if a number is odd or even. Because if we do a remainder of 2, and you have 2 options. You'll either have 0 or 1. Because if it's 0, the number's even. And if it's 1, the number's odd. So we do if number mod 2 is equal to 0, then it is an even number. And there's no need to do, you just do else, odd number. There's no need to do another if. A lot of kids like to then do like if number percent equal. If there's only 2 options, which there is in this, even or odd, if it's not even, it must be odd. So run it, we'll do 9. It's going to say odd number. We'll run it again. We do 12, and we'll get even number there. You may notice that the square root here gets a lot of decimal places. If you wanted to, you could round it. At this point, though, you'd be getting quite complicated. So I'd probably cut that, then put like sqrt of num equals to that. So now I've got the square root of the number as sqrt num, and I can round sqrt num to 2 decimal places like that with the round function. But that's only really useful for Python. I doubt that will come up in the exam, but if you wanted to know. And then we would get rounded to 2 numbers. Yeah, I can actually just put that in there. Like I don't need to store it in a variable, but it gets kind of silly when you've got like that. And then you want to get like quite confusing. Probably, I would actually probably take that out and then put like final num. And then do something here like final num equals. And then it's not so bad to have this be kind of confusing because you're only doing it once. But I know, whatever, it's really up to you. How you do it. So that is how you do that question, challenge 3B.